Welcome in then to the latest edition of Extra Time. Mario Malchiot's with us, as is Shaka and Stevie. For Stevie, was it a Spursy performance by Tottenham against Newcastle?
Well, it was a Spursy performance that I wasn't expecting on that particular day.
You predicted a Spurs win.
I thought they may win because they'd been so bad.
Right.
I mean, to me, that's logical logic.
Right, yeah. Stevie's logical logic is a book I would love to read.
But that's what Spurs have been like all season.
Yes.
There's nothing logical about the way things have turned out for them.
Yes.
And the fact that with, how many games? 7 games left?
Yes.
They're actually sitting 5th is absolutely incredible.
It makes no logic.
Considering how bad they've been.
Yes.
So, go figure.
Mario, who's had a worse season, Spurs or Chelsea?
Oh, man.
Oh, Chelsea. Come on, Chelsea. This is not even a no-brainer. I mean, if you've seen how things... Chelsea is just because there's so much happening at the club, right? Owners changing, new coaches coming in, new players are coming in, trying to steady the ship by bringing Lampard in. Lampard taking the job, know that he's going to leave now. Okay, Pochettino taking over. So there's so much happening in one season that... Even you as a player would go like an outside person like myself or us as we talk about it, but just as a player being part of that journey, it really unsettles the players too, because it makes people think like, oh no, it's easy. No, guys, because there's a lot happening every time you got to change and every time you have someone new in front of you. So I go for Chelsea as the biggest shock for this season now compared to Spurs.
Mary, you've been on this show quite a bit now. I think you're going to have to start addressing your background and lack of it. I think we need a little bit of something there. Look, at least Nathan's got a picture of Jimi Hendrix. Well, have you got nothing? Nothing behind there. Just a dull grey wall.
Okay, you know what? I'll see if I can change something.
What's the picture of above your head?
Do you want me to show you the picture?
Yeah, show us.
Let me keep that quiet.
No, that's better.
Keep that quiet.
Oh, man.
Yeah, no, keep it
It's just like an anonymous hotel room, isn't it?
That's Nedim's interior decorator all over again.
Yeah, exactly. Someone needs to sort you out, Mario. You need some memorabilia of sorts.
At least he's wearing a jacket. He's been wearing a jacket last few days, so
yeah, man,
he's getting there slowly but surely.
He's making an effort.
Yeah, he's slowly but surely.
Because when I come in, one day when I come and sit next to you guys, I will bring my tie. But before that, I'm good with my jacket.
Oh, that's all right. That's okay. And I haven't seen you having a pedicure for a while on your Insta stories. That's always fascinating.
I got it. Shit. Dan, don't tell everybody my secrets.
What do you mean? You put them all on your stories. Oh, man.
Okay, I will go.
Post all the secrets on social media.
Oh, imagine if Stevie went in for a pedicure.
Oh,
they'd shut the place down.
Hey, listen, we as men also have to spoil ourselves and take care of ourselves.
No, I'm not.
We let the missus do that, but we got to do it too.
No, most definitely, Mario. You've got to look after your beautiful feet. I'm just suggesting that if someone had to deal with Stevens...
Beautiful, they're not anymore, Dan. It's hope. It's hope when I'm trying. It's not beautiful.
Mario, what's your opinion of De Ligt? I remember a lot of pundits and fans thought he would end up being one of the best defenders in the world when he went to Juventus. Do you think he's at that level now with Bayern?
You know what the thing is with De Ligt? He was a young boy coming through really rapidly, you know. And the best thing for De Ligt was when he left Holland, because in Holland it's almost like you sometimes get too much idolized and you cannot develop further. So going to Italy, I think it was a tough moment, and of course they bought him for so much money, and the move that he made. It made him into understand that there is a different world away from the comfort zone where I come from. And I think now where he's at Bayern, all the experience that he had from being a young boy, being in Italy, because that's clearly the defending there is really, I mean, over the years they've been always really good. And now being in Germany, I think we see more an experienced player. And I think that's why he has way more joy in his career now, I think, compared to... his start was, of course, amazing, but I mean, just a journey for overall. I think he's doing really well now. I like him. I think he's a good player, and I think he has a long way to go in goodness.
Stevie, speaking as a former manager, does Arsenal's collapse come down more so on the manager's shoulders or the players?
Neither. I think we're just realising that what they've shown us has been excellent to watch, But ultimately, they're just not quite good enough. And I think there's a difference between, we keep talking about this choking and bottling it or whatever, or whose fault is it?
I haven't mentioned choking or bottling.
Or whose fault is it? Is it the manager's fault, the player's fault? You know, the truth is that Manchester City are a better side than Arsenal.
Right.
And it looks like the best side's going to win the league, which is right and proper. So Arsenal need to look at this as, right, we've got ourselves to a certain spot, now we need to make our team better. And by that, I mean, we need 2 proper centre-backs now. Not just Saliba.
Right.
We need 2.
Right.
And then we need to be able to bring on, if we need to be able to do the things that Man City do. All of a sudden, somebody like Mahrez, for example, there always seems to be one in City over the last 5-6 years. One of their main players disappears, doesn't get a game for 6 weeks, and then all of a sudden they reappear and they're like unbelievable again.
Yeah.
You know, to be able to do that, to have the quality of squad where you could do that to a Mahrez or a De Bruyne or anybody else, and then bring them back after having a little bit of a rest, and it doesn't affect the first team. That's a great place to be. And Arsenal's not there yet, so they shouldn't be sitting thinking about who to blame inside Arsenal. They should be thinking, right, how do we make this 11 better, and how do we make the squad better? And if they do that, then they might win the Premier League.
Okay, Mario, name a current footballer that has a similar playing style to you back in the day. Harry Maguire? Oh, not me.
No, my friend, I wasn't. Let me see. I don't want to say. I think, okay, this is maybe the best way to say it. I think where football is now, and in the time when I like when I watch a player like Reece James, for example. I like him, but I think he's a stronger build than I am. And I think he scores more goals than I, because at my time it was clearly more defending, and I think going forward he has a little bit more. So I would pick somebody like that, but I like him as a player, so that's why I'll pick him.
There's not. I'm with Mario on this. There's the difference in players nowadays to when we played.
Right.
Certainly when I played, is the roles are totally different.
Right.
Everybody's role's different. So
yes,
it's very hard. I mean, as Mario said, Reece James, as good as he is going forward, couldn't lace Mario's boots defensively.
Right.
But then Reece James's main job is to do what he's doing going forward. It's not to defend. Whereas Mario's was more to defend, and what they got going forward was the bonus, because that was somebody else's job. So, yeah, the players today are completely different to when, certainly even when Mario played. Never mind me.
Goalkeepers are the same age, Shane?
Erling Haaland reminds me of myself.
I think we all pick him.
I was a very good striker back in my day.
Yes.
Back in my under-10 days. That clearly was my trajectory. That was so
which was
crudely stolen away from me
by a manager who just put you in goal.
Just put because I was tall.
And that was it.
He didn't see because Erling Haaland's tall.
Think of the goalkeeping records. You should have seen Shaka yesterday. There was a basketball machine by the studio we were in. And he's like, right, I can't go to the bathroom until I score a basket.
I was wearing my full jacket and everything. I couldn't get my smooth.
It's a bad place to get into that.
It took a long time. But it was just like a kiddies one at Chuck E. Cheese. It wasn't even like a difficult one.
No. But I was going. I moved way back though. I was way back. Back in the studio.
So that means you got skill. Back. You're saying to us that you got skill, Shaka.
That's right. That's right, Mario. That's
so
right.
bad, Mario.
That's right.
Speaking of hobbies, did you have any outside of football that you did in your free time, outside of playing and training? Well, we know what you did, Stephen.
Hobbies.
Yeah. Well, put it this way. I played for the darts team and the pool team.
There you go, yeah.
There you go. That's what I did. You know where that takes place?
Yes, it does, yeah. Which were you better at, darts, pool or football?
Pool.
Oh, yeah?
I was unbeatable after 5 pints. Between 5 and 10 pints, I was unbeatable.
That's quite impressive.
Before that
Right.
and after that,
Yes.
not quite so good.
Yeah, I imagine after that.
Yeah.
Didn't you come in late once after winning a pool tournament and Eleanor threw a bucket of water over you?
She did, yes. She did. I won money off a friend of Bruce's.
Right.
Got
Bruce
home-
Grovelar.
Got home at like 2:30 in the morning, very pleased with myself.
Yes.
A lot of money.
Yes.
Around Christmas. I chapped the front door because she'd locked all the doors.
Yep.
She said, "What do you want?" I went, "I was late on the money." She went, "Right, do me a favour. Step back off the steps." So, because there's 3 steps.
Yep.
So I was like, "Yeah, sure." Step back. She opened the door and went like that. She had it waiting as well.
Yeah, well,
She had it sat right next to the door waiting for me.
yes.
She opened the door and she went like that. Whoa, take that. I was like that.
Oh, man. And then what did she make you do the next day with the money?
Well, that would be like 2:30, 3 in the morning.
Yes.
She got me up. The kids were up at like 7.
Yep.
Got me up at 7 and I had to watch the kids while we went into Liverpool and she spent all the money.
Lovely.
Aye. And I couldn't say a word.
No, of course not.
Ah.
Shaka, your hobby? I can't.
What? No, Dan, I don't know why you laugh. I didn't have any hobbies, Dan.
No?
No hobbies for me, Dan.
No.
No,
No?
You must have done some.
No?
So what did you do? Drive around your man's around?
Just around, just past Robbo's house.
Evening.
Mario, what was your hobby when you were playing football?
I'm a Dutch boy, bicycle guys. I was so
Oh, yeah?
forward to it, going from a bicycle from home to school. And when my mom bought me the bicycle, I was so happy. I had it 1 week. I parked it outside in front of my door and it got stolen.
Oh.
My bicycle was gone and my mom, it was like a BMX. I remember those cross kind of things. And then after maybe half a year, I walked past a garden and I see my bicycle in that garden. I'm telling you honestly, I grabbed my bike and biked it home and I had it back. That's all I did. Because I was like, you guys have to keep
Happy
my
Mario
bike.
is.
It's my bike. I was the happiest person in the world.
Oh. And what's your hobby now, Mario? Because you've got a lot of free time. You don't do anything.
That's what it looks like. But I do a lot. I do a lot of eating, my friend. I love food.
Yeah.
I love food. Food will always be my illness. Food, and now I do biking. We go on the beach. I never came from a life of a beach, so that's why I go on the beach. And then, I like hiking. Hiking is one of the things that I enjoy. Go for a walk.
Hiking's just walking,
and
really,
just-
isn't it, Mario? That people
but
try and
it's-
make it sound posh.
Yeah, but it's
You need fancy
I totally
shoes.
agree with you. It's not. No, you don't need fantasy. You just
You
need
just walk.
good company because you're gonna be there for a couple of hours. You better be with someone that you're comfortable in talking to, because if not, you'd be very bored. So you better go with someone that is cool to talk to.
Yeah, like you, Stevie, with your hiking, 1.9 miles a day.
You need a good pair of boots.
Oh, and a good jacket
And a good
to be
jacket.
seen. Yeah,
To be
exactly.
seen, yeah.
Yeah.
Very safety conscious.
What are your hobbies now, Shaq? Well, watching series, watching.
Oh yeah, you must do
You
something.
know, I was thinking, I like to cook. And I used to cook a lot when I was playing.
Oh yeah.
And I still do.
Okay.
What's
So
Mario?
tell me your favorite dish. Shaka, tell me your favorite dish you're
Yeah.
making. I want to know now. Come on.
I can do it all.
What's your go-to? If you were trying to beat Bobby Frey, what his name is, what would you do?
Bob, I would
Even I know Bobby Flay.
I would stew some. I would do a stewed chicken. Stewed chicken with a little rice is a staple. We go to most in the Caribbean, and that's kind of
Spicy?
yes, it has to
Yes.
be.
Right.
It has
Yeah.
to be. So. Actually, my kids and I refer to it as my comfort food. The thing that reminds me of Trinidad most is just curried chicken,
Yes.
white rice, red beans.
Oh, beautiful.
That takes me back home.
Mario,
Okay.
what's your go-to dish?
That's similar. We like a salty fish. I like vegetables, because I come very close to where Chaka's from, because my part, I'm born in Amsterdam, but my roots are from Suriname. It's just above Brazil. So we eat similarities. We just maybe prep it different. So yeah, I like rice, chicken, like the vegetables. But for me, anything. I hate when someone cook for you and the flavors are so boring. You gotta put some mix on it to give it some life. I always say, give it some life. If it's got no life, don't call me.
There you go. If you want butter, Eleanor's the butter and ground beef, you can't go wrong. That is it. We are done. ESPN FC back on your screens tomorrow. There's lots of matches going on there right across the board over the next few days. We'll be keeping you up to date with everything you need to know. Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.